My birthday was a week ago, and I've been using this last week to take stock of my 20s, to think about the things I've learned that I wish to take with me into the next decade, and to look forward to the decade that lies ahead of me. Despite the fact that I am merely sighing with relief, appreciating the small amount of wisdom that has come with my age, and hoping that it makes the next decade a bit smoother, popular culture suggests that I should be experiencing some kind of existential crisis and lamenting my youth. Aside from the fact that I am beginning to accept the fact that I do not know everything, the only thing that I have a more profound comprehension of is the extent to which I do not know anything. If there is one thing that you learn as you get older, it is that no one knows what they are doing, everyone is winging it, and that life is truly about how you handle the unknown and being resilient in spite of failing again and again and again. This is the most important thing you learn. Having said that, there are a lot of things that I wish I had known when I was 20 years old that I know now that would have saved me a lot of time, money, and a lot of misery. The following is the list that I would put down for myself if I were to write it down at 20 of the things that I ought to comprehend as soon as possible. I really hope that you find it useful and that you are able to get some insight from some of my errors. Your expectations are the only ones you need to meet. Generally speaking, society establishes a great deal of standards, particularly for women, that they believe you ought to fulfill or conform to. However, it is important to realize that you do not have to live your life in accordance with an ideal that you do not believe in, and you do not have to apologize for doing so. This is your life, and it makes no difference whether you decide to take a chance in a creative profession, whether you decide not to have children or get married, or whether you decide to accept a job that you know you love, but that the people around you don't understand. There are certain decisions and risks that will be very challenging, and that will be more challenging to achieve than you could have ever anticipated. However, if it is something that you genuinely, truly desire, then the effort will be worth it, and the people in your life who had doubts about you will be among the first to be supportive of you when it turns out to be successful. Grit is what counts. One cannot find a method or a shortcut that is superior to the quality of one's labor. It is inevitable that there will always be someone who possesses superior connections to you, which may help them land a job, but it will not help them establish a career. The most successful people are those who are able to persevere in the face of the most difficult conditions, continue doing well despite the fact that everyone else is giving up, and provide results. Nevertheless, are the ones who have tried and failed 1,000 times, but nevertheless continue to struggle. You can only get so far with talent. The work you do is what will ultimately create the life you want for yourself. No excuses. There are reasons for everything. For example, you were unable to reach this deadline due to X, Y, and Z. You were unable to go to the gym because you were exhausted. You were unable to complete a project on time due to the presence of other people, and so on. In order to achieve success, you must consistently engage in activities that you despise doing more than anything else. You're giving your worst instincts permission to take over when you make excuses, and your tendency is not to persevere through a challenging situation. Rather, your instinct is to give up entirely. There is a significant distinction between many successful people and average people, and that difference is that they have steadfastly refused to give up. Save money now. Despite the fact that you may feel as though you have all the time in the world, and that you want to take pleasure in your life right now before you take on additional responsibilities, and you will only take on more responsibilities, never fewer. Failing to set aside 10% of each paycheck can make retirement impossible or put you in a significant amount of debt in the event of an unexpected emergency. This is advice that has been given numerous times, yet it is frequently repeated since it is rarely heeded. It is important to set aside 10% of each paycheck on a regular basis, even if it is painful, since you never know what will happen in the future, and you do not want to be living paycheck to paycheck when you are 55 years old because you did not save money today. Invest in your health. Even though I might sound like your parents, you should start exercising and eating healthy straight away. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, while strokes and diabetes are also among the top 10 causes of death in the country. Unhealthy eating habits and lack of physical activity can lead to a wide range of medical issues, which can end up costing tens of thousands of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. which can completely wipe out a lifetime's worth of savings opportunities. You will reap the benefits of the healthy behaviors you begin to cultivate right now, 10, 20, 30, and 40 years from now. Find ways to exercise that you enjoy doing and dishes that you enjoy eating that are helpful. One of the ways in which you can better position yourself for a longer, healthier, and more secure life is by making responsible decisions as early as possible. You are able to spend more time with the people you care about. Be fearless. When you are overcome with your own guilt, there are very few things that can be as paralyzing as it is. An excessive amount of self-criticism, on the other hand, can be extremely debilitating. Possibly you did not achieve a goal within the time frame that you had chosen, or you failed to meet a friend's milestone, or you have wasted a significant amount of time being fearful, and you feel ashamed of yourself for doing so. Regarding whatever it is, you must not allow fear and guilt to render you helpless. Obtain the bravery you need, and allow your drive to accomplish your objective to triumph over any dread you may have of becoming unsuccessful. Invest in your improvement. Spending money on courses that can help you professionally, therapy that can help you personally, a consultant for your health, a career coach, etc., or any other element of your life that you believe you need to improve you should be something that you invest in. You're making money well spent when you assist yourself in achieving your goals. Professionally speaking, the majority of people have a tendency to reach a plateau, but those that continue to rise will continue to achieve because they invest in their own self-improvement, whether it be in their personal or professional lives. Your happiness, and consequently your productivity and stability, are both investments that can be made through the utilization of these support systems that will assist you in achieving balance and expertise. Evaluate your relationships. Spending time with people who do not treat you favorably is not a good idea. It is important that you show up for your family and friends who are doing. There are going to be certain turning points in your life, particularly when you are in your 30s and 40s, and you are going to want a support system. Additionally, other people are going to require you to be a key component of their support system. More than a few earth-shattering life upheavals are going to take place within the next decade or two. Parents will pass away, friends will get married, other friends will get divorced, children will be born and maybe fall very ill, and a lot of other life changes will take place. Give them the impression that you are someone they can rely on, and always make time for them. Buy time. One thing that you can occasionally purchase but will never be able to get back is our time. If you are able to spare the funds, it is money well spent to create time and space for your business, to take care of yourself, and to spend time with your friends and family. Order meal delivery, have your groceries delivered, have your laundry done, have your dog walked, have your hair blow dried, and have your house cleaned when you need it. Putting additional stress on yourself as a result of routine responsibilities that you are able to delegate when you are extremely busy is analogous to taking away a couple of balls while you are attempting to juggle an excessive number of them. While it is true that it is an indulgence, and that there are some things that are extravagances, you will be grateful that you spent the money when you desperately needed the time and flexibility. Be different. The concept of fitting in is highly valued, despite the fact that individuals who are able to change the world and accomplish incredible things are typically very different from the majority of people. What makes you who you are is the combination of your hobbies, positive attributes, and personality. Take pride in who you are, and it doesn't matter if other people like it or not.